Dying. One of the few things in life that is actually certain. And even though most people don't like to think or talk about dying, we can all agree that there are better ways to go out than others. So I'm doing something that I don't think has been done before, which is ranking the scariest to not scariest ways to go out. So we have 4 different categories to rank our death scenarios down here. We have the first one, which is not scary, not really exciting, thrilling, scary at all. Second row is a little jolt, but still not really that scary. Then there's traumatic, where it's like, holy shit, that really just happened. And then there's horrifying, where this way to go out would traumatize not only you, but everyone who witnessed how you died. With that being said, let's get to the first one, which is, this looks like freezing to death, getting frozen until you no longer live. I'm gonna put that at traumatic, because I think most deaths caused by natural causes are pretty scary. Next up, getting shot. I'm gonna put that honestly at Like, bro, think about how many rappers have gotten shot and are still walking around. There are a few rappers that got shot that didn't quite make it, but think about it. Like, how many times was 50 Cent shot? 12? I don't know, but I'm putting gunshot at Next one, getting hit by a car. Getting hit by a car is actually really avoidable if you just look both ways before you cross the street. I'm putting getting hit by a car at not scary. Getting strangled. Yeah, getting strangled is also gonna go at not scary, because that's all you. You can't let another human being take you out like that with their bare hands. Like, maybe if they're bigger than you, then I'd understand, but you shouldn't even be fucking with anybody who's bigger than you. Getting strangled is, no, we're gonna put that at not scary, for sure. Dying of old age, obviously not scary. I think that's how most people would like to go out. That's the ideal way of death for, I think, most of the population. Next one, caving, getting stuck in a cave. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and put this at horrifying. That is probably one of my biggest fears. Like, just that sensation of being trapped in between, like, just this, it's not even a rock, it's just, you're just in between a surface that you have, that can't be moved, can't be drilled, can't be dug out of. It's just solid mass, and you're stuck in between it. Like that story of that guy who got stuck upside down in a cave, and not even the fire department or whoever was in the area that are the rescue people could get him, and he just died. All the blood flowed into his head and he just died. Like that, he was hopeless. He couldn't move his arms, his legs, he was just completely hopeless. That is horrifying, absolutely horrifying. Next one, stabbed in the back. We're gonna put this one at traumatic, depending on what kind of stabbed in the back it's talking about. Literally, or like the saying, my best friend stabbed me in the back. Both of those are pretty bad. Like, if your best friend stabs you in the back and then is the reason that you die, like it leads to your death, or if you literally just get a knife to the spine. Both of those are pretty bad, but I'm gonna put that at dramatic, mainly for the first one, having your best friend stab you in the back and that resulting in your death. Wouldn't wish that upon anyone. Drug overdose, we're gonna put that at because, like, just don't do drugs. Getting lost in the void at space. Okay, we're gonna put that at horrifying. You don't know what's in space, I don't know what's in space. You're just floating helplessly in the void. Your oxygen is quickly depleting. Maybe the pressure is increasing. I don't know how space works, but you're just floating in darkness, and that's it. Nothing. Nobody can come and save you. Nobody can come and get you. There's no dialing 911. You're just gone. You're just off until you float and pop or faint. Like, that's it. So yeah, that's horrifying. I don't know. No, hell no. Next one is getting a heart attack. We're just gonna go ahead and put that at not scary. Only because I think heart attacks for most people are largely avoidable. If you don't eat bad, you work out and exercise and take care of yourself, I think heart attacks are really avoidable. So we're gonna put that at not scary. Next one, getting the absolute shit beat out of you. We're gonna put that at because that is scary. And it's definitely a lot more dangerous than getting just choked out like this, like you're Bart Simpson or something. This way looks like this is an experienced violent person who's beating the shit out of you. That's a little bit above not scary. So yeah, we're gonna put that at eh. This next one looks like dying of complete dehydration in the desert. We're gonna put that at eh, because what are you doing out in the desert alone, let alone with no water? Why are you out there? Who the fuck? No. Even though that is kind of scary though, because I see in the movies when people are out in the desert too long, they start hallucinating and seeing things. So yeah, we're gonna put that at eh. Next one, it looks like jumping or falling off of a building or high surface. That's traumatic. The only reason why it's not in the horrifying category is because those look like it'll be quick, like a roller coaster. But instead, with this roller coaster, everything ends, not just the ride. You know, I feel like if you were to fall off a high building, you get that same sensation on a roller coaster when your stomach flops, and then you hit the ground and lights out. So yeah, that's going in traumatic. That I wouldn't, yeah, no. Falling off a building, no. This next one looks like someone had a truck completely crush it, but on its side, yeah, no, not scary. How do you even end up like that? How does a truck fall on somebody like that? Unless you're like standing near a tornado and the truck comes out of the tornado and hits you in the face like a baseball or something, but that just doesn't seem realistic to me. And if you die like that, then I'm sorry. Fuck out of here. What is this? Drowning? Drowning, I'd say is drowning is horrifying. Yeah, drowning is pretty horrifying. It's like getting lost at space, but it's a little bit better. We'll put that in front of getting lost at space, because there's still a chance you could be saved by someone in a boat or something. But drowning, I feel like, has the same sensation as floating off to space. You're just in this big body of space and you can't breathe for too long and you're all by yourself. Hell no, that's horrifying. Getting hung, traumatic. Yeah, because I used to hang people like it was some sort of event, some sort of sporting event. You ever watch the Pirates of the Caribbean movies and they're about to hang Jack Sparrow? It was like this big thing to watch somebody get hung, and that's awful. Imagine being at the other end of that, the person being hung. So yeah, and it looks like it would hurt. Getting your throat slit, traumatic. Or as a matter of fact, that's horrifying. Only because, like in the horror movies, when someone gets their throat slit, you're probably still going to be somewhat alive and you're just bleeding out and you can't talk anymore. And yeah, no, and that is not an easy way to go out. That is horrifying. Like if I saw that, I would freak out. Most of these, if I saw, I realistically freak out. But this one, oh my God, yeah, no. Getting buried alive, also horrifying. Easy, no questions asked. I've had nightmares about being buried alive. It's basically caving. It's basically caving, especially if you get put in like a coffin or a box. Like that shit is terrible. Like don't believe movies like Kill Bill where she's buried alive and she does the little finger punch thing to get out of the coffin. That's, bro, she gets buried under like 5 feet worth of dirt in a box, her hands tied together, and punches through the box and then digs her way to the top without suffocating. No, yeah, getting buried alive is terrible. It's terrifying, horrifying. Getting tortured. Getting tortured is gonna have to go with because what do you do when getting tortured? Like, what did you do to get to, like, who did you mess with to get into a situation to where you're getting that kind of treatment? You know, I think most common folk are gonna be able to go a lifetime without avoiding something like this. So yeah, we're just gonna have to put that at because this is completely avoidable. Just don't be a shady person or anyone who needs to be tortured. Don't hold valuable information. Getting eaten by an alligator or a crocodile, we're gonna put that at traumatic, because when gators get your limbs or crocodiles, they get your limbs, they do that spin thing, that roll maneuver where they rip it off. And if if the gator doesn't get your head, if it gets one of your arms and legs and you're still alive, that's gonna be terrible. Oh my gosh, that's gonna be traumatic. You'll never be able to, no. So that one's gonna go at traumatic, only because also just don't be anywhere where these things have access to you. Make sure you stay far away from all kinds of rivers, swamps, ponds, anything where these fucking things can live. Fuck that. What is this next one? Is this just, I don't know what this is. Is this just dying in your sleep? Not scary, for sure. Yeah, that's not scary. And the final death. I actually don't know what that is. I'm just gonna say getting burned alive or having your car blown up. I can't tell which one. I don't know what this is a picture of. So I'm just gonna, if it's getting burned alive, obviously horrifying, no questions asked, easy. But if it's getting your car blown up, then we're gonna have to move that down to traumatic, because that would suck and that would be scary. You'd have time to run. You know what I mean? Like if you're already on fire, then it's over, you're cooked, quite literally. But if it's just your car or motorcycle or whatever, then that could be traumatic and you could somewhat escape the blast. But yeah, this is the list. I think this is a perfect representation of all the scariest and not scariest ways to be taken out. Whew, that was fun. I think this is a pretty good list, but let me know what you think in the comments below. With that being said, thanks for watching.